Life is good! Welcome to the channel, everybody. Welcome to NTS Adventures. Well, we're off to another adventure, my friends. My wife and my sister and her husband Dan are currently sailing on the MSC Virtuosa, which you can see behind me there. It's the 9th biggest cruise ship in the world. It's at max capacity right now, 6,900 passengers and 3,000 crew. That's almost 10,000 people on that bad boy over there. We're having a great time. This is our 4th day of the cruise. We're currently in a city called Funchal, Madeira, which is an island off the coast of Portugal. As you can see, it's a huge city, 250,000 people, but man, it's beautiful. We just finished an epic tour up to the top of the mountain on a bus, lots of switchbacks, but man, it was exceptional. Lots of exceptional views. Anyway, as this is the 4th day of the cruise, obviously we got a lot of material that happened before this. This is the first opportunity I had to get in a real good intro. So we're going to start this series off. It's probably going to be 3 or maybe even 4 parts. We're going to start the series off coming right up with Annette and I's first leg of the journey, which was Southampton, England, which of course was the port in which the Titanic departed from, and also many of our brave men and women who sailed off to war from that port in many different campaigns. And then from there, on the day 2 of our trip, we got on the Virtuosa and we started to sail. Hey, stay tuned, everybody. I think this is going to be a really good time, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Something out of the ordinary. Most of the time you guys are seeing us either on a side-by-side or in a boat, but hey, and I told you once, I'll tell you again, it's not just a fishing show. Stay tuned, everybody. This is going to be epic. Sure. So we just spent the last 45 minutes, maybe an hour, looking for a place to buy beer. It's always different in every country. In England here, you can buy beer in a grocery store, which isn't unlike home, but there really isn't any actual beer store. But we found one, and then on the way back, we went down to some pretty sketchy laneways. The old radar was up, but we got through her. We survived another adventure. Now we're going back to our room. We had a decent supper and a little bit jet lag still, but whatever. We're doing okay. We're gonna go up to our room, get dry. It is England after all, and then maybe have a beer. in the Titanic Museum here in Southampton. It's a pretty epic place. It's telling a pretty epic story about the Titanic, and I think even more importantly, the history of Southampton and what has went on here. It's pretty epic. It's pretty cool. Here lies yourself. Lifetime of booze, misery, and sorrow. But the pubs close on Sunday, but they're open tomorrow. Sadly, always missed. Yes, sir. Hi. Well, that was really cool, but Annette and I are kind of museum geeks anyway, but I found it particularly interesting, the amount of traffic, meaning ships and people that have come through Southampton Port. In particular, soldiers, hundreds of thousands of soldiers over the centuries leaving from this port to go to war. And obviously many of them leaving the city or town at the time and not ever seeing the shore of England again. So pretty compelling. Anyway, we're gonna continue our journey down into Old Town Southampton. I don't know, maybe find a place to eat, maybe find a pub. We'll see how she goes. We've been walking probably 45 minutes trying to find this pub that I saw online that looked particularly interesting. We think we're onto it now.
Well, there's the Wellington.
Yeah, that's one of them. Not the one we're looking for though. And anyway, it's pretty cool because walking down a very traditional street of well, we just finished lunch at a pretty unique building actually. It was a pub. We had a sandwich and a pint there. The building's hundreds of years old, and it was pretty unique because some of the walls were stone, and there was carvings in there dating back to the 1700s. People writing their names up in the beams too. There were some carvings, a couple hundred years old. The place was converted into a pub. I don't know how many years ago, but very unique inside. Interesting history, that's for sure. It's the old thing, you know, if those walls could talk. But now Annette and I are going to walk off that sandwich and that pint. Leaving Southampton. Sailaway party is going on upstairs. It's way too loud for me. But anyway, came down here one deck and just kind of enjoying the sailaway in Southampton. Sailaway party is going full bore out here. This is where it starts. Heading out to sea. Check this out, everybody. Check this out. We've been to some pretty amazing beaches in our life, but check this out. Epic. Yes. It's cold. It's the Atlantic Ocean. It ain't the Caribbean. Hey, 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 hey.
Isn't it beautiful? Huh?
So we spent about 3.5, maybe 4 hours on the beach. Got lots of sun. Had probably the strongest beer I ever had in my life. Not that I drink a whole lot anymore, but I had 3 sips of that thing and I fell 3 sheets to the wind. Anyhow, we're good now. Had a nice refreshing swim in the Atlantic Ocean and had some water, and here we are now. And when I guess I'm assuming old town of Vigo, Spain, which is looking pretty cool actually. A big honking church here. Those are always nice to see. The architecture and engineering that went into building these things. I don't know how old it is, but probably pretty old. Most things in Europe are. Most things that look like that anyway.
Oh my, it goes all the way down there.
That's crazy.
Beautiful, hey?
Well, that was a quick pickup. Yeah! Quick pickup. He's out of there. Yeah. Quick pickup. Big old Spain pilot is done. We are on our own. Captain and his crew. They got to figure it out from here on out. Pretty cool stuff. Well, we're at the beach. Just take a pretty fast taxi right here. That's okay. And this is our first thing we see when we get out of the cab. Real uplifting way to start the day. We got a bit of a dilemma here.